Thank you very much, Esi, for being here with us and flying in overnight to join the Global Leadership Summit. We truly appreciate your time. Please take a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to the Honorable Minister as he makes his way out of the Global Leadership Summit. Well, a little bit about Esi. She spent over 3 decades tracking what's happening in the world of consumption, what's happening with FMCG companies. And today, what is the last count, Esi? A couple of months ago, it was 3.4 billion people consume something that comes out of the Unilever stable every day. What is the current count?
Yeah, it's 3.5 billion people that we serve all around the world with our products, and I'm so proud of that. But first, thank you for inviting me, and congratulations on 25 years of success.
Thank you very much. I know what it takes to create a legacy brand, and you have plenty of experience doing that, Esi. So let's talk a little bit about that. You said everything is changing in marketing, yet nothing is changing. So let's address that. Given the many dynamic changes that we are seeing today, as you look at consumption, as you look at consumer behavior, what are the few mega trends that you're tracking that you believe will shape the way that companies address and serve consumers?
Yeah, so first of all, Unilever it has the privilege of serving, as you mentioned, 3.5 billion consumers each and every day around the world. We're in over 190 countries. We have over 400 brands. And so there's so much that we can capitalize on with that breadth. I do say everything and nothing has been changing. That means the fundamentals of what people need don't change. The fundamental foundation of how you build a brand doesn't change, but people's lives have changed, and in ways that are enormous. And there's so many trends that are driving the change. And I think of those in 3 areas. One is people are living differently. And that is a lot because of the macroeconomic changes that you're experiencing here in India. We see a rising middle class and affluence. We see that doubling the number of people in the middle class over the time period until 2030. We also see increased urbanization. We see it by 2050, almost 70% of the world's population will be living in an urban environment. We also see, in terms of these macroeconomic shifts, population shifts in terms of aging. We have seen and project by 2050 a tripling of people living over the age of 80. That is enormous. India, on average, has a younger population, but it will also age over that time period. So we see tremendous macroeconomic changes. But then there's some lifestyle changes that go along with that. One of those trends is what we call the wellness revolution. People want to live better. That's physically better and it's mentally better. And that is changing and creating enormous opportunity for us to grow and boost our brands. The other thing we see is what I would call the joy and experience economy. That's people wanting to invest in themselves, products that bring joy, pleasure, delight, experience, and interestingly, that earn a premium. We see, because of COVID, there's so many of these lifestyle trends. People returning to their homes, a home culture, investing in their homes. As you can see in our portfolio of products, home care products, that makes a difference. And then we see the huge influence of social. And the influence of social in the market is driving aspiration and creating imagination and access to commerce and new global trends. We see that in food all around the world. People are craving food culture. In the Western world, Indian flavors. In the Eastern world, Western flavors, because of this influence in social. So we see a number of lifestyle trends that we're able to use to innovate, make new markets, and grow, certainly, our business. And then the business trends. Media and retail are changing. Retailing is changing. Data is becoming the king, and not just relationships as it has been in the past. And then, we're talking trends. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk technology and what's happening with AI, Gen AI, and its disruption. So a number of trends that we can count on to drive our brands and our business.
Well, a number of trends, and let me unpack some of what you just said, and let's pick up on technology, which was one of the key aspects that you spoke about. How are you at Unilever leveraging AI capabilities? How are you leveraging the power of data and technology to drive your power brands forward?
Yeah, so we're driving technology in lots of ways. When we think about technology, it starts first with what is our business strategy? And when our business choices, how can we use technology and AI to unlock that? Because really it's a tool to do things better, faster, and more productively. In terms of our strategy, it starts with our brands. Our goal is to focus on those power brands. So of the 400, there are 30, so unlocking the potential of those power brands. The other thing is to expand and create new markets with innovation, coming to market quicker with those innovations in a more bigger and disruptive way. And then the other is to drive premiumization and productivity. So how we're using technology is to speed up our innovation cycle. We have a wonderful innovation called Wonder Wash. It may surprise you, but people don't like to spend a lot of time doing laundry. So our Wonder Wash...
No surprise there.
No surprise. Cuts down that cycle time of doing laundry in a machine by 15 minutes. And up until now, there's been no detergent, no laundry detergent that is designed to work in a fast cycle. We brought that to market in an accelerated time by the prototyping that we were able to leverage by using AI. What are the right scent preferences? How do we cut down on ingredient development time, et cetera, and deliver superior results? So we've been using AI, like 500 applications of AIs for decades, and we continue to use that for the strategy to build our brands and to innovate.
So let me just ask you a quick follow-up question on that. You talked about the accelerated pace of innovation and how it's brought down the time to go to market. What are we talking about? A couple of weeks, a couple of months? I mean, what's the turnaround time now between idea and execution and market?
We have some examples actually near and dear to our heart in India where we've been able to innovate in 3 months instead of an 18-month or 2-year period. Significant. An example of that is Sunsilk with onion and jojoba. The AI leverage of innovation allow us to identify, again, the trends, the ingredients, and do rapid prototyping, significantly reducing cycle time.
Let's talk a little bit about India, Esi, and it's great to have you here. Of course, you've got your entire team here in India working their magic on how to draw in more Indian consumers. But as you look at what's happening in the world today, as you look at the demographic shifts that you spoke about, the consumption shifts that you spoke about, how would you pack in India as far as Unilever's global growth strategy is concerned?
India is known as the heartbeat of Unilever.
Heartbeat of Unilever.
And we see Rohit here, my colleague, who is the CEO of this beautiful business. And India is so important to the business. India is really the only market leader that sits on our global executive team. It is an important pulse of the Unilever business. And will continue,
does deserve a round of applause
and will
there,
continue
yes.
to be. If we look at all the trends that I spoke of early, India is at the core of those trends. The affluence of the middle class. Look at aspiration. And of course, 1.5 billion people in India and growing its impact in the economy. Of course, it's fundamental to what we do. And even more importantly, it is the projected growth of the economy and how important it is to our business. So all those trends, home culture, food culture, joy economy, beauty culture, wellness culture are alive and vibrant. Rohit will be speaking later today, and we'll talk more about how the strategies come to life. As we've renewed our strategy into 2030, we've reaffirmed the critical role of India in delivering our growth. Said another way, if India doesn't grow, we will not be able to accomplish our objectives, and India will grow, and we will deliver our objectives.
So India is crucial to Unilever's global growth strategy?
Unequivocally.